How's it going? What's good with everybody? You know what I'm saying? What's good with the bros? You know what I'm saying? The females, the girls, the sisters, you know what I'm saying? The brothers, the cats, the dogs, the grandmas. Let's change it up today. You know what I'm saying? We gotta introduce somebody new. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Look at the grandpas in there too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit more of a different video than what I normally make. This might be a long one. You know what I'm saying? Get your snacks ready. It's gonna be a long one. You know what I'm saying? What am I munching on? Gonna be munching on some Reese's Minis. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, this is not a sponsored video, but Reese's Minis definitely one of my favorite chocolates in the world. Like, definitely, it doesn't beat Ferrero Rochers, but it's definitely close though. It's definitely close. They fighting, they battling right now. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? There can't possibly be a better chocolates than these. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be honest with y'all. But you know what I'm saying, this is gonna be a little bit of a different video. Only because, you know what I'm saying, I've seen the last video, how I truly feel. They're pretty good. They're alright. So after that video, I thought to myself that I haven't really talked or introduced myself properly since the last video I've made, which was about a year ago. I haven't really came back and talked to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But before we even get to that, you know what I'm saying? I just want to start off with, this was never supposed to happen. Now, what does that mean? Originally, sorry, I got my notes. Just in case, I had a lot of thoughts, and I was really thinking about this, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure everything's clear to everyone. But yeah, this was never supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? I was never gonna make this video. Neither was I really gonna make the last video. It honestly, part one really wasn't even intentional. It wasn't intentional at all. It wasn't like strategic. I didn't think about it. Like nothing about that did I like really think about. Like that video, like, honestly made me really come and like really think, really like reflect on myself. Like it kind of forced me to reflect, like I said, it wasn't going to, like, I wasn't going to make that video. I was gonna make this video. Part one wasn't like even planned. It wasn't like some big announcement or like something that I really thought about doing. It was just, I was just talking for real. Like I was just moving. You know what I'm saying? Originally, what I had planned was obviously to make my regular videos, talk to y'all a little bit, and then put clips of me working out. But I don't know, something changed. For some reason, I didn't really do that, and I went more on a rant than what I originally was planning to do. After I saw, how many people really connect with part one, and how many people it resonated with, I had to sit back and truly like reevaluate myself. Like I had to really think to myself, like, you know what I'm saying, what like why did I make the video? You know what I'm saying? And because it made me realize something. A lot of people probably, you know what I'm saying, like feel like that. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, probably, resonate with the video the way I put it, like the way I made it out to be. And the way I was talking, to, not, it wasn't even necessarily for y'all, but for me, for the most part, but I want to be, or not even I want to be. I realize that there's not a lot of people who really talk about how they truly feel. They're just scared to say it out loud. And because I have a platform, even if it's like, just a small one, I don't want to neglect that. I don't want to run away from it. I don't want to ignore it. I don't want to do any of that. I want to really come out and talk about it even further and go deeper into it. But before, we do any of that, I got to reintroduce myself. Who am I? This is actually me introducing myself. Not just the gym version of me, but the person. I am Josh. Not gonna tell y'all my last name, but I'm Joshy, aka Olardo Does Fitness. That's what y'all know me as. What I'm building is more of it's kind of like my person. I'm not really building something that's outside of, what I want to do in life. Obviously, I'm building, I consider myself a fitness creator. I just want to build off that. I want to build off who I am and why I'm here. This video, How I Truly Feel Part 2, is more intentional than Part 1. I've realized that Part 1 wasn't really intentional, and because of that, it made me think more about if that's how I can come with y'all without even thinking about it and putting it into notes. I wanted to see who I would be if I did come and make everything intentional. To come to y'all with like an actual kind of like I would say purpose, because Part 1 reason wasn't really purposeful. I was only talking because that's how I felt. And obviously Part 2 is how I feel, still how I feel. But now I want to go into depth into it, right? I want to talk more about it, and I don't necessarily want y'all thoughts, but I want y'all thoughts in the sense of building community. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to feel free to know that that we all build together. You know what I'm saying? This is not just me, a me thing. This is a community thing, and I want to build a community where everybody can just come together and have that said conversation. Let's start off with, this isn't my first time on YouTube at all. I've had multiple channels on YouTube. This is my first channel. You know what I'm saying? I've had multiple channels on YouTube. Obviously, they weren't as successful. They didn't really stick. There were different versions of me, who I was, and obviously there were different niches as well. I never really was strictly into the fitness. This is like my first time gradually getting back into the fitness industry, and doing more of the fitness content. So you might be asking, why? Why didn't they stick? Why didn't I continue to do my other channels? What made me stop? Was it inconsistency? Was it I wasn't feeling it? And the truth is, it's not any of those things. As I got older, my interests, obviously they changed. And what I wanted to be known for, that was the important part. What I wanted to be known for changed. My identity changed, right? So I wanted to grow further into something else. My other channels were more gaming channels. Back then, I loved to game. I loved to play games. It was my favorite thing to do. I was always on the game, no matter what. And so I thought to myself, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not get into gaming? Obviously, I had one channel, I'm gonna put it up, called Demon Hashira, that I only played Xenoverse games. If you don't know what Xenoverse is, it's just basically a Dragon Ball game. But I only played Xenoverse on that channel, and sometimes I would spread in, different things here and there. But even then, like, it's still, like, I was happy during the moment, but obviously it didn't connect to who I felt I truly was. And I also ran a group channel. It was a group channel called MTH, aka Make Things Happen, that I did, or I was a part of. I'm also put that up there too. And the reason why that one didn't stick is, like I said, I've grown out of the habit of playing games. Like, I'm not saying that I stopped playing games completely. What I'm saying is that the love for games I grew a part of. I was never, or not that I was never, but the more that I really sat and played games, I realized that my connection to self really kind of it wasn't really who I felt I was. I wasn't, even then in the group channel, I had some things posted up, but if y'all look, it's mostly my brother that was doing it. He had all these things going, he had all the videos going, but we didn't feel like it was something that we wanted. Like, it was cool, we got numbers off of it, yeah. But as we grew older, things changed for us. We never could sit there and do videos like that anymore. I don't want to hide these channels only because I feel like I should bring everything to the table. And as a community and as a leader, I feel like it's very important for me to come to y'all about this, right? I don't want to be embarrassed about it. It's nothing, I don't think it's anything that I should really be embarrassed about to begin with. It's just old channels. That was me, like, stage and stuff. Like, more of that was like a stage. It was all a show, right? And with me now, I want to be as real as possible with y'all. I don't want to be fake. You know what I'm saying? I want to make real content for people to enjoy. I don't want to be someone who's known or someone who lies about their content. It's not really who I want to be. Schooling. So I am currently in college. This is what I'm doing currently. This is a topic. So, college. I'm not really connected with college as much as I thought I would be. I'm gonna get more deeper into that, but I'm in college because, you know what I'm saying, one, I love my mom, you know what I'm saying, and she is the reason why I'm here. She pushed me into going into college, right? At first, I didn't want to do it. Didn't want to do it at all. And it wasn't really something I felt a need for. It's not something that I wanted to do. Even in high school, never really liked high school at all. But I'm glad I did high school, only for the simple fact is because I wasn't fully grown up yet. Grown up in, like, I didn't have full maturity, full growth. I was still a baby, right? I was still a baby. I didn't I didn't really know what I wanted to do, right? But there are only two solid reasons why I'm still in college. And like I said, myself, I don't feel a connection to college. I don't think it's where I'm supposed to be. Like, I feel like there's I don't feel like I'm myself. There's moments where I wake up out of bed and I'm not happy. But before I get more into that, I want to say that the program I'm taking, it's fitness and health promotion. Now, you would think that because I'm in fitness and health promotion, I should be happy. I should be exactly where I'm at. It's fitness, right? But the more I do research and the more I look into people who are in my niche, who do my niche, yes, there are some people who do or have went to college for what they've done, for where they're at. No issue with that. 100% good power to them. But there are some people that I look and I see that they haven't touched college and they still have all the knowledge that I would get when I'm in college. And they have their own programs and they run their own things. And not to say that college is a bad thing, but for me personally, I'm not connected. I don't feel like myself, right? And I love my mom from the deepest part of my heart. Like, she's the best mom that I could possibly ever have. But I don't think, no, not that I don't think, I'm not happy in college. I'm not joyful to go and be a part of it. There's a lot of people, and what makes me think even more is me being in college. When I go to my classes, I see people genuinely happy to be there. Genuinely. Like, they're excited to get to be a part of it. They experience having new connections with new people, which, great. That's phenomenal. But for me, I don't have that spark. I don't have that spark in college. It's not something that I have. And obviously the paths that it could take me, I was even talking to my brother about it, and he was like, he doesn't see me waking up and thinking, oh, I want to be a chiropractor. And I've been thinking about it, and it's like, he's right. Like, me personally, I don't wake up and think, wow, like, I want to crack somebody's back today. Like, I don't, and it's not to shade chiropractors. Chiropractors are great, you know what I'm saying? But for me personally, based on my personal goals and where I want to be in life, it doesn't align with me. It's not who I feel like being. And back to the two reasons why I'm in college is, one, obviously stated, because of my mom, and two, because I met someone that I genuinely care for, that I want to see. And she's really the only, like, the second reason why I'm there. Like, if I'm there, I'm honestly there to see her, if I'm being honest. But long term, I don't feel aligned. I don't feel like myself. And I think a lot of people feel misaligned in their life, but don't say it because they don't want to seem ungrateful. Just like me, like, I mean, there's many times where I have rebelled against my mom and said that I didn't want to do it, but push came to shove, like, she's my mom, right? And I want to make her as proud as I possibly can. Sorry. Alright. I want to make her as proud as I possibly can, obviously. She's my mom. I don't want to let her down. And I want to make her very, 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 very happy. I want her to live the best possible life that she can. And at the time, with me going to college, seeing how happy she got made me happy. And obviously, I went to college because I seen how happy she was about me going to college, and she believed in her heart that college will really bring me somewhere, which it can, but not where I want to go. And obviously, no child wants to let their parent down or make their parent upset about their decisions. But I think that to a certain point, no matter what, the decision that you want to take control of your life, I feel you have to make your parents upset at a certain point. It's I would say it's almost inevitable. Like, for you to do what you want to do in life, you have to make them upset. Obviously, I feel like they would be very supportive of what I'm doing or how I go about it, but obviously they wouldn't like it because I'm not pursuing my education. And like I said, I don't want to seem ungrateful or, like I don't value what my mom has to say. Which leads me to point 6. My realization: I haven't been in full control. I realized that I haven't been in full control of my life. Not because someone's forcing me, but because I care too much about perception. I've made my past decisions based on expectation and the expectation that people had for me. Like my mother. She, obviously, because she has pursued her education, she wants me to pursue my education. Makes sense, right? No parent wants their child to become a bum, obviously. So I fully 100% understand why she wants me to pursue my education, and it's not like I am opposed to it. Like, I'm not mad or like, feel a way about it, but I realized by sitting down and talking to myself and seeing how part 1 did, it put me into a state to force me to truly think about who I am and what I want, right? I didn't want to disappoint people. I wanted to make sure that whatever people said, I was able to follow the guidelines. I was able to do exactly what they wanted me to do. I was able to perform. But then I realized performing under an audience that doesn't have the same value as you, it didn't bring me happiness. If I'm going to perform, I'd rather perform with people that understand my performance. I want to be surrounded by like-minded people. People that see my videos and are like, I want to be like this guy. I want to do what he's doing, right? And not to say that college can't help me do that, but I don't see college helping me do that. That is my only issue. And I already know what she would say. And I've also been thinking about it a lot. And it's really hard for me to explain it to people who don't get it, who don't see the vision. And I don't want this mindset to transfer into my content. I don't want people who are in my comments to sway me to make certain decisions in my life. If I make content because purely it makes me happy. I get pure enjoyment out of seeing the results of what my video looks like at the end. After I make the video and sit there and edit it for hours and to see the final product, it brings me joy to see my creation. I feel like I'm more of a creator. I don't see myself creating in college. I feel like because I've been swayed to make my decision to be in college, my creative self didn't have time to come out because I was more focused on what my mom could think. If I told her right now, this is what I wanted, to a certain point, I feel like she would be supportive. But I know deep down, like, she wouldn't want me to do it, right? And not in the sense of, like, she doesn't like my content, because I've seen her obviously full support my content, my short form content both on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know if she has my YouTube, but I do know that she does support some of the content that I make. But if I were to tell her this is really what I want to do with my life, this is who I want to be, I don't think that she would be very happy with it. And this is not to make her happy. This is more of for me to connect to myself, for me to truly understand where I'm coming from. And that brings us to outside voices. People saying to me what's realistic. And what I mean by what's realistic, I mean things that have more of a quote-unquote success rate. Like going to college, because college can bring you to a bridge for you to be able to do something else, for you to get into, I don't know, chiropractor, doing this, doing that, being certified, all this, whatever. It seems a lot safe, and I've been hearing that. I've been having that in my head a lot. A lot of people have been telling me that, and telling me that I shouldn't put my eggs in one basket. People are telling me what makes sense to them. And what looks better. And when I hear enough of that, when I start hearing people constantly talking to me about that and pushing that narrative in my head, it makes me start second guessing my own vision, my own goals, and what I want to accomplish, where I want to be. It makes me start to think that what I want to do is unachievable. It's impossible because I'm not out there, right? And at a certain point I've started to got tired of I've gotten tired of it. I don't want people to dictate what I do. I don't want I'm done allowing people to say things to me because they're scared of doing what I do. They think it's non-realistic. It's not something that I should do. It's not something that makes sense. It's not a safe route. And I started to then realize and question myself, am I living based off my own vision, my own goals, or am I living based off other people's comfort? And when I asked myself that, I've realized that the amount of people that I've seen smile because I was going to college, or how I was told that like my mom was very proud of me and my dad was very proud of me of going to college, it made me realize how happy and comfortable others around me have gotten with that fact. But obviously me and myself, I was never truly happy with it. Like, I did it because it made others happy, yes, but it never made me happy. I've never, waking up day to day, like, I don't have joy doing it. I don't wake up ready for it. And as much as people like to use the argument, oh, you're not supposed to wake up happy about going to college, this, that. I don't think that's true in a sense. And the reason why I say that is because someone who genuinely likes going to college, regardless of when they wake up in that moment and they're like, they don't want to go, they have a direct vision and goal to where that could take them. And that right there is enough to push them further on. I do not have that. That's not something that I have. I don't wake up and think that college can take me where I can. I want to make content. I want to be able to share my life and share my journey in what I do. And I want to ask you guys the same question too. Are you living based off your vision, your goals? Or are you living based off other people's comfort? I haven't been acting like I wanted. if I'm being 100% honest, I haven't been acting like I want it bad enough. Not because I don't want it bad enough, but because I've been battling myself. I haven't been aligned. And because of that, I've been searching for outside comfort. I've been searching for things to make other people happy and not myself, and trying to figure out, why am I not happy where I'm at? Why am I not posting the way I want to? And it's because I feel like the more I post, the more I push away from what my family, my peoples have thought for me. I was influenced to do things I didn't want to do. And I was hesitant on making videos. There's a lot of times back, like a year ago, when I was doing content and making videos, I was in high school. And back when I was in high school, like I said, I never really liked high school either. It never brought me joy. I never liked waking up day to day to go to high school. And when I first got my gym membership and I started going to the gym, I would literally walk there every day or bike there every day as much as I could, and the time that I could as well. And I realized, and this is obviously no shade to my mom because I love her to death, but she didn't like the fact that I went the time I went. Not to say that she didn't like that I was not going to the gym. In some cases, in some aspects of my life, she didn't like it because it would stunt my growth. I'm changing my body, doing certain things. But during that time, I felt the most happy. I would go every time. I don't think you guys understand where I was and where the gym was. Walking there was an hour 30 minutes. And biking there was like 20 minutes. 20, 30 minutes. And I would go there every day. Obviously, there was some days where I genuinely couldn't, or I wasn't allowed to. And I tried to go earlier, but even going earlier, it was hard for me to make content as to why I go the times that I do, which is mostly pretty late because a lot of people aren't really in the gym. But I was driven to go to the gym no matter how far it was. And me recently, I haven't had that drive. And it was only because I feel like if I do have that drive, I'm not going to focus on college. And that's 100% the truth. And what I've also understood is that I can't talk discipline in the gym and hesitate in real life. As much as I make the content I do and haven't been posting as much as I do, I still had this hesitancy with me. Like, there were certain times that when I make videos, I'm hesitant because every time I do that, I don't focus on college. And that's because I when it comes to doing things I love doing and I truly enjoy doing, I will do that over everything. Everything. That is something that I realize with me, I do. No matter what, if I truly enjoy it and truly love it, I'm going to make sure that is priority over all else. It is my number one. And I'm here to tell you guys, I don't lack ambition, but I did lack alignment and who I was. And one thing I am not afraid to say, and that I will start acting on, is I have to start acting on what I talk about, what I preach, and what I do. If I'm going into the gym, I'm going to make sure I get as much content as I can for y'all when I can for y'all. Recently, I haven't been posting as much on YouTube, which there is no excuse for it. But recently, I haven't. My tripod has broken. And I recently got a new one, and I'm just waiting until I get that new one back. The moment I get that new one back, a lot more videos are going to be posted. There are going to be videos where I'm going to be posting, and there's no one that can stop me. Not even Planet Fitness. There's been amounts of times where Planet Fitness has tried to stop me from recording, and honestly, I get why, and I'm not mad about it or have any problem with it, because I get it. There's a lot of people in the gym that don't want to be recorded, and obviously I do what I can. I try to ask as many people as possible if it's okay being recorded, and a lot of people are cool with it. I haven't, me personally, I haven't ran into anyone that wasn't really cool with it, but I get it, I understand. But for a small content creator like me, picking on me because I want to make content and make videos, I don't feel is fair, because there's a lot of guys who are bigger than me, like Sam Sulek, who goes to Planet Fitness, takes off his shirt, flexing, doing all these crazy things, and they let that slide. But obviously, I don't want to compare myself, because I am who I am and Sam Sulek is who he is, and we are not the same people. But I do want to say that I don't feel like it's fair. But regardless, I'm going to start making more content for you guys as much as possible, and I'm like, no one's going to stop me from doing that. Which brings me to point 9. Why I'm truly doing content. Now, I want to make something very, 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 very clear. I'm not doing this for numbers. I'm not doing this for validation. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this because I want to be seen. I'm doing this genuinely because it makes me feel happy. And obviously, the fact that I know that I can gain something from it is what may push me to do it further. I'm not going to sit here and lie that seeing that people can make it out from doing content creation didn't also pique my interest. And like I said before, I have been doing content creation before. So me doing content creation is not because I'm looking for numbers, clout, or validation from people. I've done YouTube before. I have been making videos before, and that was because I loved it. I loved gaming. I love making people like showing that my skills on gaming. Obviously, I wasn't the best at it, but I love doing that. And I'm not seeking validation from you guys or numbers or clout. All I really want is to create. That's what I feel like I'm born to do. I'm born to create. I feel like I'm a creator. And I do things because I like the result of the work that I can put out. When I make videos, I feel more in control of who I am as a person. I feel that's where I get the most of my expressions and the most of my growth from, because not only me, but you guys get to see where I started and where I am now, and how the timelines, the growth period on how I've gotten to where I am. You guys get to see where I started and the shifts in who I am and where I get to have the most of my learning experiences, and you guys get to see my mistakes, my growth, all of that. This platform for me isn't just content. It's who I am. It's my identity. I feel like when I do content creation, it brings out the best of me in a way. It brings out my true happiness. If you see some of my videos, y'all will see how happy I truly am. Like I be in the car, laughing, joking, you know. Sometimes y'all be catching me in the bathroom doing all this laughing and joking, but that's truly where I get most of my joy from. Content creation isn't content for me. It's me as well. Which also brings me to point 10. Something that I really, really, really want to talk about. And I want to make it very abundantly clear in the beginning. My faith in being a Christian. Part of taking control for me is being aligned with my faith. I'm a Christian and I believe in God. I believe that this isn't, as much as I say this is what I want to do, I have had multiple conversations, not only with myself, but with God as well. I have talked about it and I've prayed about it, and I've had many dreams about just doing content. And not only doing content, but doing what I love doing as a whole. And I don't think that, I know some people have conviction about doing certain things, but when it comes to me doing this, I don't have that. And one thing I also want to get straight and let people truly understand is I want to be known, when I do my content, I want to be known as a Christian, right? I'm not separating my faith from fitness. If I'm doing my fitness content, I want to be known for my faith and for my fitness. I don't want there to be any cause in separation between that. I want it to be known that I am also doing this because I have faith that this is where I'm supposed to be going. This is where God is leading me. This is where my destiny resides. I don't believe that, I believe truly in my heart this is what God wants me to do. From the deepest part of my heart, I believe this is what I'm supposed to do. And I believe firmly too, if this is not where God wants me to be, no matter what, He will not let this happen at all. I feel like no matter what, God will align me to where I'm supposed to go. But I feel like this is where I'm being pushed to. This is my alignment. This is where I feel like me. I also want to let it be known that I want to also glorify God on this platform as well. So you guys will see some references to scriptures in here as well, and obviously me mentioning God. And I want people to truly understand that I don't care what you think at all. And that is not me kind of like saying I don't care about y'all, because I really do. And I love to see that people are watching me, and it brings me a lot of joy to see that a lot of people find me interesting. But I don't care if you guys think that I should not share my faith. If you, I don't really care that you guys. But like I was saying, I don't care that you guys think that I shouldn't share my faith and share my testimony, because God has done a lot for me in my life, and I'm going to spread that no matter what. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you for real, but I know that that's what I'm going to do, and I feel drawn to do it no matter what. I'm not here to preach, but I'm not hiding it either. I'm going to do what I feel like I'm destined to do, and that's not only to share my faith, to share who I am, to share why I'm here, but that's also to help people as well to understand that they don't have to hide who they truly are. And that's what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. Point 11. Obviously, fitness, but I don't want to be limited to fitness content only. Obviously, most of my videos, most of my content that you guys are going to see will be fitness. And I'm going to have a lot of fitness videos for you guys. But I don't want to be limited to fitness content only. I want to be known for my fitness content. I want to be known for fitness. But I want to freestyle a little bit. I want to have fun with it. I want you guys to enjoy bits and pieces of who I am and what I want to do. Obviously, fitness is my foundation. The gym is what helped me build discipline. But I don't want to be one-dimensional. Like I said, most of my content will be gym-based, but I don't want to be only gym. Like I want to have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? I want to do different things as well. I want to freestyle as well. You know what I'm saying? I want to freestyle with it. I want to talk. I want to create. I want to be known for fitness, but I don't want to be boxed in. That is who I feel like I am. Which brings me to part 12, being a voice. As much as I want to freestyle and do all these things, all these crazy videos and content that eventually I will be putting out, I also want to be a voice to others that don't have it. There's a lot of people that are scared to admit that they feel misaligned, scared to say that they don't feel connected to their path that they feel like they should be taking, scared to say that they care too much about what people think. And I feel like if I could say it and I could admit it and I could share it with other people, maybe someone else won't feel like they're alone in this. Someone else won't feel like they have to be restricted to doing only what people are telling them to do. And I want to be the voice to tell people that you don't have to do that. If your destiny is to be a mechanic and you feel that's who you are, you feel like this is who I'm meant to be, this is where I feel the most joy, be a mechanic. Be a content creator. Be an artist. Be a singer. Be a dancer. Be who you want to be and stop letting other people dictate that for you. Because they're not going to be the ones doing what you're doing. They're not going to be the ones helping the people that you want to help. It's not them, it's you. And that's something that I had to force myself to truly understand because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. And I don't want other people to fall into that trap to think they can't do anything else because their family, their friends, the people that they feel connected to the most is telling them otherwise. And I don't want that for other people at all. You can do whatever you feel like you can do. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life, all it takes is for you to want to do it. For you to feel happy doing it. Don't sacrifice your happiness for someone else's comfort. I'd rather be a happy broke man than be a successful man with no purpose and unhappy. I'd rather find my purpose knowing that I'm broke than not find my purpose and knowing that I'm not happy. I don't want to do that. It's not who I am. This is my declaration. I am done living on people's perspective and perception. I'm choosing to be aligned. I'm choosing to be who I'm capable of being. I'm choosing to be more disciplined in what I want to do. I'm choosing my faith and believing that this is what God has planned for me, and believing that God is leading the way, and I want to let God to take full control of whatever I have and turn it around and do whatever. At the end of the day, it's His will and not mine, and I want to make that very clear and stated. And I'm choosing honesty. I want to be transparent with you guys, and I want you guys to know that this is who I am. This is me. This is Orlardo Does Fitness. This is the platform. This is me. If I say I want it, I'm going to move exactly like how I say I want it. This is me. This is me taking control. And if I fail, doing exactly what I want to do, and if I fail with all of this, if all of this fails, I want to make it abundantly clear that I failed based off my own terms. And that I failed doing exactly what I wanted to do. I want people to also understand, because like I said, I want to be a voice to many people, that don't be afraid, don't be scared that wherever you feel like you are you the most, that if it fails, that they were right. If this fails, I failed being the happiest that I could be. And I failed knowing that this was what I wanted and this was my purpose. And I don't want no one to ever dictate what I do again. This is who I am, and this is how I'm moving from now on. And if you're building something too, if there's something that you want to build and you're building something too, move like you want it. Move exactly how you say you want to move. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This is me, and this is who I am. I am now taking control of who I want to be. And this is me further growing to who I am.